Hello and welcome to the IC2 Classic Mod Spotlight. This mod adds a lot of different stuff. As you can see, I've assembled sort of some items here in the inventory, and there really is some really cool stuff in here. Whether it's so, for instance, I've got this electric hoe. I can put some energy into it with the electric battery. Take a look at the armor as well. I've got a solar helmet, static boots, industrial belt, and a backpack. And the helmet and the boots are actually charging up the backpack at the moment. So that's passive, and the boots are actually charging up based on how fast I'm walking. And there's lots of amazing items really. So you can see there's a very interesting and different nuclear system. Still with the old sort of stuff. And a lot of stuff is aimed at getting plasma. You can see some of these batteries, these top tier batteries, are very, very powerful. And you can see this is the stacked crafting, so you can have more items in each slot basically, and you can make these plasma cores, and from that you can get the precision wrench, which is completely lossless. So it's there's 3 tiers of wrench actually. You can make this very late game item with a memory stick. That'll get a portable teleporter, which is a very, very high tier item. So, and you can actually do a lot with the teleporter. The interesting thing about the quantum overclockers actually is that they increase the they're actually incredibly good, because you get a lot more power, but you don't use but you're not for a normal overclocker you would have to obviously use way more power. You'd have to for the speed, but it's the other way around for the quantum overclockers. And there's all sorts of interesting things, say with the crops, like you can do you can see percentage chances. So if we have wheat and pumpkin, you can see 35.81 to get that, and then carrots, because they're orange, like the pumpkin is actually, and there's various different qualities to all these things, and there's a lot of different crops that you can get, including different saplings as well, which might be useful in Skyblock. Thermometer. This is an item that used to be in IC2 a long time ago. I'm not sure if these are condensators. I believe these can be recharged in the canning machine. These are some of the. If you take a look at some of these are some of the big. You can see 32,768. So that's pretty cool. And you can see these are some of the fertilizers. These will really create huge speed up growth ticks. And then there's UU matter, of course, which you make in the mass fabricator. What you can actually do is you can actually you can really you can get the tier 2 machines like this with the scrap metal. And one thing you can actually do is you can actually put scrap metal in the let's have a look, see which one it wants. It might want this one. I wonder where the power's coming from. That's interesting. I think maybe it's default on, isn't it? Don't know why it's getting power. That is interesting. There's a quantum overclocker. There's various upgrades. Bio ball. We can put in a recycler. 2 tiers of recycler. You can see there's lots of different options for this sort of thing. Industrial work table. Put these guys here. You get various different slots for working. This is actually not that early game though, strangely enough. There's also a way, I believe, you can actually place rubber on the ground. There's also the rubber boats. So I could try putting a bit of power. There's also the adjustable transformer. So you can actually choose how many packets you want to send. Up to 32 packets. Yeah. So I wonder what the recipe is. I mean, that looks like a pretty good item, doesn't it? Let's get the precision wrench. So I've got 30 uses. Now there is a way, I believe, that I could get the tooltips, but I just wanted, just for this intro, I'm not going to do that quite yet. The electric enchanter. But yeah, you might want to put in some of the cobblestone upgrades. I think didn't I take that one? So yeah, you can see immediately got that. I could put in efficiency. I need to get this thing. So you can see if I do this, what I can actually do is just say I get some efficiency upgrades. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, I don't know what. I'm not. What did I do there? Anyway. So what this will do is it will mean that you get to run something with far less power usage, basically. So you can run the recycler very, very fast. And what did I do with that container? Here it is. So you can see what's in there. And I can just put that in, and that will just mean that I don't have to use as many as many slots, basically. So yeah, I could try putting more in there, maybe. So I wonder what. Oh, you see, that really does that does the trick, doesn't it? The quantum ones. And you see, what's interesting is that it's still got it getting power. Let's have a look at the power situation here. You see, it's draining slowly, but these quantum overclockers are so. But look at the way it's getting the scrap. So it's not like you might think this sort of thing. So that's cool. And obviously it's quite loud, the recycler, so I might want to get the sound beacon maybe. Where's that guy? Yeah, that'll be alright. So it did eventually run out. I wonder if I could just take a couple of these out. Well, it's got no power left, has it? I don't know, it actually stopped routing it towards there, didn't it? So with the EU reader, you can actually, I believe there's a way. It's M, isn't it? Ooh. So what you can do is you can actually see. There's ways to actually visualize the path of the current. Okay, so I probably don't want that there, right? What happens if I do it now? Couldn't find path to render. Let me get rid of this then. Okay, so now we get a nice path. What about if we click here? Packet loss is 0.2. Okay, so you can see that the cables have got a lot. Anyway, what was I going to do? Oh yeah. So this. So yeah, there's the portable teleport. I think I've scrap metal. There's also rare earth metals as well, which you use to make magnets, which is cool. So yeah, so for instance, say we actually the reason that it's stopped working. How is this doing on power? Wow, it drained it super fast. It may have been. I could try putting this guy in here. No, that wouldn't work. But it's just interesting, isn't it? I'm doing this on such tiny little amounts of power. Yeah, the problem, of course, is that I'm not sure if this is a buffer. Let's put it back into here then. See, that's working nicely. It's not draining it particularly fast. So yeah, let's think about what I might want to do. So we can make it much louder. So you can get that nice thing. And there's actually, I think you can put in the expansion modules. You can see that changes the radius as well. Blocks iron. So this is actually going to change the various qualities of the machines, which is cool. Unless you put some levels in here, you can use the electric chart as an anvil, however you want to do it. Oh, this was what I wanted to look at. Yeah. So I believe I might be able to transfer this. You can shift right click to get it on. Yeah. I need to sort of get the hang of all the hotkeys, how to power it. I did want to look at the filtered scan, so let me just get a... So there's a filtered fluid scan. So there's ore density and ore value. So I'm not sure this is super flat. It may not... Yeah, I don't think there is any ore around here. But there is, I believe, a way. Oh yeah, another thing about the sound beacon is that actually... So I could... It will come even louder if I do that. Yeah, there's a machine buffer as well. And this will actually work, because the thing is, right, is that, for instance, you've got the... Yes. So what this actually, you can see that when you're holding this sort of thing, it's gonna tell you the face. And And then what you would do is you can actually set it up as a buffer. There's even a cool one, which is the crafting upgrade as well. So you can craft various things here. And a lot of these, and oh yeah, there's another one as well. You know what another one good thing is? Oh yeah, the rare. I was going to put that down. So yeah, some of them have got different sort of like menus and stuff. So yeah, so for instance, what you might want to do is so you can see that this needs so yeah, so the MV is going to be 512 in, so you only really need an LV for this one. And then you can just there we go. Just put a little this one I won't go in still. So what pack could we put in there? Maybe a lap pack might be nice in there. Yeah. Okay, so then we can put the copper cable here, right? And this is an LV machine. No? Gonna work at all? I always forget how these things look. Is it 5 and 1? Because the thing that's confusing, yeah, this is the thing that's confusing me. It actually looks different from. It's actually one. There's one input, which is on the top there. You see that's something which it doesn't. If you look at the machines, I mean, look at this, right? 5 inputs, 1 output. This has got 1 input, 5 outputs. The reason for that actually is if you have a lever next to it, then what might happen is, say you wanted to. So, for instance, in this situation, I'm putting this, and you can see that it's basically it's going to get a certain amount of points. This bar at the top is going to fill out, and then eventually we'll get a rare earth dust, and then from there you can make the rare earth chunk. You can make the magnet in the electrolyzer. Oh yeah, another thing that's interesting, I probably won't do it with this one actually. But yeah, if you do have an MFE, and then you use this thing, the MFS upgrade kit. That is not the MFS upgrade kit. Where'd it go? Oh yeah. It actually becomes an MFSU, which is cool. What was I going to say with this? I was going to do this actually. Yeah. So basically, this is an LV transformer. So, say I was in a situation though. Oh yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about some other things as well. Actually, now I think about it. But say I was in a situation where if I had a bat box, hey, battery station's quite an interesting block as well, actually. Alright, so I want to output it there, right? No. There. Okay. So what I would need to do is, firstly, I would have to do this. So what this will do is it will mean that the input is going to be LV and the output will be MV. Okay, so in this situation, because there's 1 and 5, what it means is that the input will be there now. And then, because it's powered, it's now a step up instead of a step down. Right? I'm sure I've done that correctly. This should be correct. Huh. Guess not. So we've got the LV transformer. I'm sure that will work. Let me just look at this. Redstone signal here. It may have been applying it elsewhere. I'm not sure. The MFE should accept power like that though. And then I did, well, last time I just got rid of that, didn't I? You know what it might be actually? Is it might be, this is something that I was a bit confused about. It might be that this is actually becomes the input. So if I just put it on any other side, so say if I put it here, this I think is probably what it means. If I put that like, because it's got a redstone signal, I think the dots and the 3 dots are actually inverted. Yeah, that's exactly it. So that's kind of like a bit interesting, isn't it? Basically, normally you think of the dot as the output, but in this situation, what you're actually going from is a different amount. Okay, so that's cool. All right, glad we got that one sorted because I wasn't entirely certain about that, but that's good that I've worked that one out. So there are lots of interesting blocks, right? So for instance, say you've got the sawmill. That is an interesting one as well, right? Let's actually take this and yeah, I'll just let me just do it here. So with the sawmill, you've got nothing in it. Again, pretty interesting block. It's got a couple of upgrades I actually happen to have here. So efficient sawmill at 4. So the great thing about this block, if we put some rubber wood in there, is it gets you a huge amount basically. It gets you 10 jungle wood, gets you 10 planks. So you can see it gets you basically this gets you a huge amount of wood, right? So very useful. 8 sticks. And you do need that upgrade. And that was from the scrap metal, which I've kind of been alluding to, but I haven't really done anything with. The scrap metal you just get from... you can just get it straight from ingots. I'm not sure you can get it from... Yeah, it needs to be something decent. Put it that way. Oh no, it doesn't. So that's an interesting one, isn't it? Because this is definitely used in the mass fabricator, right? You can get reinforced stone. You can get the next tier of macerator. I mean, let's try to... Now, the mass fabricator, I was trying to... The thing is, I'm trying to remember, because I'm not going to activate the tooltips yet, because it's just... Why it's got power, I really don't know. I find that really strange, to be honest. Let's try and put scrap in there, see what happens. Okay, so I do need to supply it with a large amount of power, right? So maybe I can just give it... I think probably it will take MFSU power. It seems the sort of thing that would. I wonder if this guy will go in there. So I could put in a... So the lap pack doesn't seem quite enough. Is there something a little more powerful than a lap pack? Not really. I could put a lap pack in then. Okay, so you can see the amplifier. And let's just let's put the sound beacon on as well. So this, I believe, does not want to take this power. Let me where did I put that? No, I don't want it there. I'll just put this guy here. I'm not sure if it needs power. It probably does. But you can see you can do a loudness upgrade on this. Just gives it a bit more of a. It kind of gives that feel, doesn't it? Now I believe. Let's try putting this scrap metal chunk in there. Okay, you can see there the amplifier. Okay. Let's try. We're running out of power here, obviously. You can see that is way too much. Basically, this amplifier with the scrap metal will be huge. And remember that, like I just said, seared brick skits. So that's pretty interesting, that, isn't it? That is pretty interesting. Another thing I was thinking about actually is the fact that clay dust. Yeah. Oh yeah. I was going to talk actually about something else, and that was the wood gasificator. Yeah, I completely forgot about this one. So you can just burn wood basically. Did I? I could have got a load of wood, but anyway. Plank. It's yeah. So you can see what this will do actually is this will build up wood gas, and then there's various things you can use. I think it's the liquid fuel generator. There's a lot of different generators, right? You can just put stuff in there if you want, I believe. And I think you need to pipe it in actually. So yeah, that gets you the wood gas and stuff like that. Yeah, but you can see that it really goes through the. It gets through these things. Probably what I would want to put in there actually is this guy. So that actually can keep, well, not that well. It's not going badly though. And think about it, this is just for, and obviously you want to craft the UU mat as well. Oh yeah, what was the thing about the, you can actually, if you get the cables, you can actually do some stuff with this. If you left click, you actually get the rubber back, which is pretty fun. And you notice I can actually hear the mass fabricator all the way from over here, which is quite cool. If I right click, I can put the stuff back on. And that should actually, yeah, you see, you've already got one. And if you take some more UU, you can make your iridium. There we go. Make the iridium plates. The fuel boiler, yeah. Just require a personal tank. And there's a lot of different tools. But yeah, I think I've probably gone as like charge pads as well. They've got a pretty fun yeah, crystallized charge pad. You can actually upgrade them as well, similar to how I showed you with the MFE to MFSU and stuff like that. And there's I may talk more another time. Thanks for watching.